Legacy is not built in a moment, a day, or a single accomplishment. It is built in the repetition of disciplined actions that most people overlook. As January moves forward and the novelty fades, the men who continue to show up quietly begin separating themselves from the men who waited for excitement to carry them. Legacy favors the consistent, not the dramatic. You do not need fireworks, you need daily standards. Standards that hold steady even when the world isn't watching. Legacy daily begins with identity. You must choose the kind of man you are becoming before the actions align. If you see yourself as disciplined, your actions reflect that belief. If you see yourself as inconsistent, your behaviors collapse under resistance. Identity precedes performance, and daily effort reinforces identity. You are writing your future reputation every day, whether you notice it or not. Most men believe legacy is the result of major achievements. But major achievements are always built on what you do repeatedly. Winning one big fight does not make you a warrior. Surviving daily training does. Building wealth once does not make you disciplined. Maintaining financial habits does. Legacy is the shadow cast by thousands of small decisions executed with intention. Discipline is a mechanism that pushes legacy forward. Without discipline, desire evaporates. Without discipline, momentum dies. Legacy daily means acting when mood and circumstance disagree. You do the work because it aligns with your standards, not because you feel like it. That internal alignment is rare. Rare habits create uncommon lives. Fitness is one of the clearest arenas where legacy daily is visible. Daily physical training. There's the embodiment of restraint, effort, struggle, and victory over comfort. You lift, run, stretch, or sweat not for applause, but because repetition builds capability. Over months and years, your body becomes living evidence of your character. Legacy doesn't hide in thoughts. It leaves marks on your life. Mental endurance determines whether your legacy survives inconsistency. Challenges arrive, motivation fades, and fatigue whispers lies. Legacy daily requires ignoring those whispers. You must look beyond the temporary discomfort and into the man you are constructing. Pain becomes temporary. Discipline becomes permanent. And permanence is where legacy lives. Warrior mindset sharpens legacy through purpose. Warriors do not train only when war is near. They train because preparedness is identity. Every session, every repetition is stored for future battles. Legacy daily means carrying that warrior intention into every part of life: your work, your relationships, your finances, your habits, your thoughts. Alpha presence is built through reliability. People trust men who do what they say consistently, without excuses or dramatics. Quiet reliability becomes an aura. Others feel safe following a man who follows himself. Legacy daily is not loud. It is recognizable in the trailing evidence of your actions. Prosperity rewards repetition more than talent. Skill compounds like interest, slow at first, exponential later. That exponential growth is invisible to most men because they quit too early. Your legacy requires you to outlast the urge to stop. Repetition is your weapon. Compounding is your ally. Structure protects the legacy building process. You cannot build long-term reputation on improvisation. Routine organizes effort. Decision-making becomes streamlined. When you act inside a structure, the question becomes, when will I execute? Not will I execute. Legacy daily emerges in that predictability. Self-awareness strengthens legacy because you learn where you leak. You notice where consistency falters. You correct before collapse. Discipline without awareness becomes rigid. Awareness without discipline becomes chaos. Combined, they form self-mastery. Self-mastery creates legacy that does not require explanation. Endurance separates dabblers from builders. Anyone can commit for a moment. Few endure 4 years. Endurance doesn't require intensity. It requires continuity. Continuity is quiet and sometimes boring. That boredom is where most men fail. But boredom is where legacy begins to grow roots. Legacy is built in private long before it is recognized in public. Your habits speak long before your name does. You decide your worth through the standards you keep when no one is watching. Noise fades, reputation remains. Reputation is constructed day by disciplined day. Power rises through completion. When you finish what you start, your subconscious learns that you are reliable. Unfinished commitments weaken confidence. Completed commitments strengthen it. Legacy daily means tracking completions, not fantasies. Done always crushed intended. January belongs to the men who have already accepted this truth. You are not looking for transformation. You are reinforcing direction. While others drift, you stay anchored. Every disciplined day widens the gap between you and the man you used to be and the men who chose ease. Legacy is not something you hope for, it is something you produce. Produce it today. Produce it tomorrow. Produce it daily. This is No Excuses Network.